Grand Rising, Freedom Friday, Freedom Fighters. Hope you guys had a productive, awesome, productive week. It's the end of the week, and we're going to reap what we sow this week, right? That's right, what we're fighting for. Welcome to Backyard Morning Coffee Chat. Hope all is well with you guys. Like I said, I hope you guys had a very productive week. Seems a little humid out here and buggy, and my coffee's about done. No. It is. I've been sipping, and I was talking to my sissy on the line, and before I got on the chat, and sipping away and talking away and sipping away, and guess what? Coffee's done. Now I'm like, how am I supposed to do a chat with just a little bit of coffee? Well, we're going to make it work today because I didn't have time. If I stop to make coffee again, I'll be late, and it's actually 9 o'clock right now. We're actually on time. It's very important to be on time, or to be actually early, because the early bird catches the worm, right? I don't know what the late birds get. I really don't. Anyway, we're free. We're free. I think a bug just hit me up. Just got out here and they're like, hope you guys are having a super fantastic day. Let's read our affirmations. Every week we read this. I hope what I would wish for one day is that, and I would never know this because it's a live chat and I'm not live with you guys, so I don't know exactly what you guys are doing, but I would just put that energy out there that every Friday, you guys are reading this I am free affirmation, because that's the same affirmation I read every Friday. I mean, Mondays I change it up, but on Fridays, this is the affirmation that I read, and I want us to like embed it in our heads. I mean, I don't know it off the top of my dome, but I do know it, you know? So let's read. I am free. What is the value of freedom to someone who has never experienced it or is restricted by law or the belief of others? Freedom is priceless. The independence to do what we want to do, when and how we want to do it, is a gift. To choose our own actions and make our own decisions is priceless. I may feel limited and constrained, but these thoughts can be self-imposed. In prayer, I remind myself that I am free. Through the spirit of the Creator in me, I have all the power I will ever need to claim and express divine freedom in every area of my life. At every moment, I am free to be the best me that the Creator created me to be. I think that's a beautiful affirmation. I mean, in the pursuit of becoming a freedom fighter is to free our minds, because that is the most powerful, to me, the most powerful muscle that we have to work out and exercise and work on. And you know what they say, you got to go to the gym every day, or every five days a week, or 4 days a week for an hour every day. Consistency, repetition is key, right? So with the brain, it's the same thing. It's the biggest, most strongest, most powerful muscle in our body. And it's actually the muscle that controls our entire world, like real talk. Like heaven and hell, everything is up in there. So part of exercising it is these affirmations, instilling, affirming these words. I told you guys from earlier, we speak words or spells, and whenever we speak, we cast spells. So why not cast the most beautiful, most positive, uplifting, encouraging, freedom fighting spells there are, right? And this is one of them. So I just want you guys to get with it. And that's the process for us to begin to become freedom fighters. We have to free our minds, right? And then everything else will follow. Isn't that what Invoke say? Free your mind and the rest will follow. Yes! Oh, so I'm sitting here and Facebook said I didn't tag you guys. I swear to God I did. I tagged you guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's go through this. I just jumped right in all excited, ready to chat with you guys, and didn't even go to the, funny thing is, because I literally sat here while I was talking to my sister, and I tagged all of you, everyone that I'm hitting up right now. I even took the time to type in the people who send me messages asking me to tag them. I tagged you guys, and I want you guys to know, if you don't get my tags, I apologize on our platform's behalf, because I do sit here and tag you guys, and I have removed the app, put the app back on, powered my phone down, powered it back up, because when I travel, I have to do that. time zones, and sometimes I'm not out of a time zone, but still I just do that anyway because that's what I've always been accustomed to doing. So I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sitting here like tagging you guys and talking like, what is this? Anyway, Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday. Let's fight. Let's fight for our rights, guys. You know, I hope this morning you guys woke up energized, revived, full of energy, ready to fight for what's yours, your birthright, right? What your God-given rights. This is why the Creator placed us on this planet, so that we can flex our muscles and show our strengths. I'm not talking about the physical muscle. I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anywho, let's read some, because reading enlightens us. And also, what I'm talking about, the reason why I choose to tap into these books and give snippets of them is because, number one, I told you guys from back in the day that a lot of books became my friends. And I read a lot of books, and I got revelations from a lot of books, like, wow, really profound. Wow. I got more wows out of reading books than having conversations with people. And, you know, I'm a people person. I love people, love having actual conversations with people. But when I started reading the books, these were the people that I was having conversations with that were in the process of where I am or went through what I'm going through. And it's very relatable. So when the source is coming from someone totally from the opposite side of the world, or wherever they are, because I really don't know where most of these writers are, it's relatable, because no matter where you are or who you are or what race you are or what country you're from, it's the process is the same. You know, when we were trying to get from one level to the next, there are things that we have to do, and the things that we do to get to one level are not the things that will take us to the next level, right? So that's what's so intriguing about life. And that's why I said, you guys have to have it in you and want to wake up in the morning so excited, you know, to live and to start your day, because there's so many things for you to venture into, you know, when you're aspiring to go from one level of your life to the next, like growing yourself. Like, that should be the most beautiful, intoxicating, gratifying thing that we should the project that we should ever work on in life is self. You know, I strongly believe in self, and I guess you guys know that. I give myself, and I freely give myself. And so because of that, I feel the need to work on myself, because what am I giving? First of all, it's got to be value. It's got to be quality. What am I giving? And so if I don't have anything to give, I can't give. And I don't want to give garbage. So I have to work on me every day. And so every single day, like I said on Monday, it's a process. It never ends. As long as we're breathing and living, our top priority should be self. And I'm not saying it in a selfish way. I'm saying it in a way, a selfless way, because the more we work on self, guys, is the greater gift that we give to our loved ones, you know, the ones we claim we love, that's closest to us, like our spouses and our children and our parents and siblings. We always, oh, I love them. I'm the first one to say that. But what am I giving them? What am I offering them, you know? And do they deserve what I'm giving them? They deserve more. So I should work on me, because if my loved ones, and I know they deserve more, then I should work on me every day, all day, so that I can be a better me. So that when I give them what I offer to them, it's greater and it's worthy. They're deserving of that, right? So that's why it's important for us to constantly work on ourselves every day, all day, no matter what, and freeing our minds, flexing that muscle. That's the most powerful muscle. Flexing that muscle regularly, because that's the problem. This is not like going to church. Oh, I'm going to go to church on Sunday and that's it. I'm not going back to church till next Sunday. Why are you wasting the preacher's time? Why are you wasting the preacher's time? It was the point in going to church on Sunday and not picking up a scripture or whatever it is, the topic of discussion that you talked about in church. Applying that to your everyday life and working on it. At least when I was in church, that's what I did. Whatever the message was, I took it with me and I applied it. Whatever it is, you know, that was conducive to my growth, I applied it. Maybe it wasn't applying to me because he was talking about abused women and I wasn't abused. So I have to apply anything to me, but it strengthened me. Whatever, you know, you apply everything that you learn. Same thing with this, right? Same thing with your life, your everyday life. We practice things every single day. We put them into action to create that repetition, because every 21 days a habit is formed, right? So if we're constantly working on the same things, improving ourselves, working on our brain, flexing our muscle, you know, working on personal freedom, being a freedom fighter, not just on Fridays, but every day of your life. That's the power, really. We just brag about it on Fridays, but every single breathing day, every hour, every minute, we should have that mindset of fighting for our freedom, right? Because we have to. We have to because of all the elements and all the things that we have around us that may not be good for us because of the environment that we're in or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. No judgment. Just identify and do something about it. You know, when we identify and we realize that we're in a situation where we're not comfortable with it, or we don't like it, or we don't want to be there, guess what we do? We make changes, right? We apply them and we go to work and we get it done. We change our environment. If you don't like something is uncomfortable, oh no, you know how we get, right? So we apply that to everything in life. You know, we don't back down from anything. We don't allow anything to intimidate us in any way. That is part of getting rid of fear out of your system. Because we have to, in order to be fighters, we got to get rid of fear. You can't be a freedom fighter and be scaredy cat and scared of everything. Are you kidding me? No, that doesn't work, guys, at all. Let me read this with you guys, share this with you guys. Here's the thing. Okay. I'm reading from this side back to that side. That's because I read the book before, so I know. Anyway. The call for individual freedom as the great human drive has been expressed for centuries by revolutionists, humanitarians, philosophers, and spiritual leaders. We have heard its essence voiced as the inalienable right of humankind to think of ourselves, to speak our mind, pursue happiness, seek peace and prosperity, and sing to our own conception of the divine without the conformity imposed by small minds or our own small-mindedness. Because, like I told you guys, a lot of times, the enemy is inside, right? The enemy, I'm sorry, there was a car coming to the stop sign. The enemy is inside, and a lot of times we are, those chains that are placed, the mental bondage that we're in, we place them there. Not necessarily others. I mean, some of you guys are victims. Don't claim those things. I'm no victim. Some people may be victims, really are. And so that's a different mindset. But those of us who are not, no, absolutely not, right? Outside of tyrants oppressing their people through fear, this common argument is made across most modern cultures, political movements, and areas of human study. Each of us, every individual, ought to have the right to happily and peacefully move our lives forward without fear or hurt or imprisonment or arbitrary social constraints. We inherently know that when controlled by others, life loses its flair and we are cast into melancholy and mediocrity. Without such striving for individual freedom, what becomes of us, right? We replenish our free will to a society of strangers that speaks not of liberty and courage, but of conformity and caution. The world scares you. Every time you turn the TV on or every time you go somewhere, you better be careful because they never tell you about anything great. They tell you about all the danger, all the fear, always trying to caution you and warn you, right? Facts. Our true self is subjugated and pseudo-self emerges, a mere reflection of our society that has lost its way. They start running our lives and soon we are not us anymore. Just walking zombies filled with the commands of others, preferences, and expectations. We become those masked souls who spend their time wandering in a wilderness of sameness and sadness. We become tired and weak. We lose our nature. And then we see the worst of human behavior, a mass of people who do not speak up for themselves or others, but rather do only what they are told. Not a freedom fighter. From this reality, the worst of human horrors emerge in our past. The mass murderers of races and classes because the powerful elite or the churches set to scorch the earth or cleanse the souls. The Holocaust cast upon millions as the world looked on for too long before acting. The mass indifferences of society that allows its people to starve and struggle. The despicable acts of mobs and madmen who simply do not respect the freedom of rights of individual humans. When freedom is gone, suffering sets in for all. That was deep. And so I read that because I wanted to paint a picture in your head, okay, to give you reason, to give you purpose to fight for your birthright. So here are the things we're fighting for. Here are the goals for this personal freedom that we're fighting for. Here are some goals. And when I read this last night, I was like, whoa. I mean, I read this before years ago, so maybe, we take things from books, and I've learned a lot from this book. And so I've grown, but I know that this list right here that we went down, I remember a couple of years ago when I went down and I was like, and now I went back down and I was like, oh, I'm liberated. I felt liberated. So personal freedom, our goals means, and this is what I'm reading from, living freely by crafting a life on our own terms. I tell you guys all the time, I customize my own life. Customize your life, okay? Best thing ever. Being free in the moment from oppression of past hurts and present anxieties, not allowing external forces to interrupt our flow, or internal, because like I said, the enemy can be the inner me sometimes, right? Being lighthearted and spontaneous as free spirits. And I love that. I was just, I'm not going to break down everything about me. Courageously speaking our thoughts, feelings, and ambition with those around us without concern about acceptance. Enjoying our free will to pursue abundant happiness, wealth, health, achievement, and contribution. I'm nosy, right? Freely loving whom we choose with passionate abandon. Standing freely on our own, professing and protecting our own ideas and integrity. Fighting to give our children a foundation in such freedom, building in their hearts they will live as they choose, so that they may meet oppression with courage and with opportunity, with a virtuous intent to contribute. So those are the personal freedom goals that we should at least have. Some of them aligned, right? Aligned so that we can have a blueprint. Remember I talked about that on Monday, having a blueprint, right? Following your blueprint. But there's certain things that we have to implement. Nature, part of our blueprint should have nature in it and all of that. Well, this is a personal freedom blueprint for us to adapt and to know these are the reasons or the purposes of me being a freedom fighter, fighting for my freedom, my birthright. It's a birthright of humankind, right? I mean, I didn't say that. The book said it, and other people said it too, because this book is saying things that a lot of philosophers and successful people and motivational speakers, and I don't know what profession they are. I just call them motivational speakers or whoever, but I'm pretty sure everyone has a degree, so they have a title. But they all speak about the same things. Could they all be wrong, or are we just stubborn? Well, you guys, I'm trying to take myself out of all of that because I'm really growing and learning, guys, and we have to. If we don't grow and try to grow and learn, greetings. If we don't try to grow and learn, guess what happens? We become stunted. Who wants that, right? We want to be free. And in order to free, we have to free our minds, evolve, grow. Something smells like gas or something. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, it's about that time, almost. Greetings, beautiful. How are you? This is killing me about this person that passed away that Facebook just keeps tagging and prompting me to tag. It's so not cool. That is so not cool. I think I'm going to have to send a message to Facebook tech people so that they can probably look into that and see, what it is that's going on. Why is it that people who have transitioned or who are no longer on Facebook, you can tell they're dead. They're not on Facebook. So why are you telling me to invite them or tag them or something like that? It's just not cool. Anywho, blessings to you guys. I did tag them, Facebook. You guys are just, ooh. No. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is distracting. I'm not looking at the screen anymore. Let's talk about freedom fighters. I'm about to wrap it up anyway because I think I read a whole mouthful about our personal freedom goals, the goals that we should have set so that we can wake up every morning excited and ready to live and ready to conquer whatever level we're striving for, because that's what it's about. It's about setting goals, really, guys. Life is about setting goals, not about just business, but everything in life. And like I said, when you're trying to evolve, or when you want to evolve as a human being, and when your focus is growing and helping others to grow, it's exciting. It makes you want to wake up. It makes you want to be energized and full of life. It makes you want to smile and speak to other human beings. It makes you want to share information that will help people to grow. And Layla is over there tearing stuff up, and she is in her cage. She's such a smart dog. But you want to put yourself in that position. You want to align yourself with those elements so that people, that what you're sharing with people is actually a value. You're sharing value. You're adding value to everyone that you come encounter with. So, it's important that we have certain tools that we use every day. And I'm not talking about work. I'm talking about being human beings. See, there's work in being a human being. You don't just arrive, pop up and say, oh, I'm a human being, love me. No, it takes work, because we're all different. We all are our own individuals. So every human being that you see or meet or come in contact with have totally different features, have totally different mindset, have totally different ways of life, totally different language. So we have to work on ourselves in order so that we can be diverse and we can be able to function and deal with all peoples. If we love people and love human beings, we have to. We have to humble ourselves. And that's part of being a freedom fighter too, learning how to humble yourself. Learning when to be submissive. We have to be like a chameleon. We have to be able to convert and shape shift and do all of that. That's what we are. No human is like this. No human is a robot. The Creator put way too much into us and made us too great and too magnificent for us to be like a routine, like a clock, like clockwork. Are you kidding me? That's robotic. It's not human-like. So don't get into the habit of routine. I think routine is the first form of brainwashing. Like, you can be so confined to a routine and stuck in your routine that you don't see anything else but your routine. And I've learned that. With my husband, when he was in corporate America, now that he's out of corporate America, when he had this routine. He has work ethic is sick. He has a sick work ethic. He gets up in the morning, he has a routine, and that routine stays, and no one interrupts that flow. And if you dare interrupt his flow, it's war. And he's not even a big talker. But he doesn't want anyone interrupting that flow that he has. He's a routine person. If you have a routine set up for him, perfect. Or he has his own routine set up, he'll flow with his routine, and everything will be gravy. Me, I don't like routines. I mean, routines are great, don't get me wrong, because when you have a goal, you set your goal and you go. And if this is a routine that works, that brings success to you in whatever way, then this is the routine you use and you apply and you go hard with it. However, with that same thought, I believe, I feel, I know that routine can also limit you. Because when your routine is done for the day, let's say you have a routine that ends at 5, and your routine is done, the first person, guess what they say? Oh, I'm so tired. I can't. It's just too much. There's always an excuse because that routine is done. So now you have to implement a routine that's even longer after 5, right? So from 5 to 10, you have to add that's too mechanical, right? We are human beings, and we're supposed to evolve and flow at a rate where it shouldn't be predictable, right? Because the Creator doesn't have a manual. There's no manual. Guys, the manual is what we create, the routines that we create, the mindset that we have. That's our manual. That's our blueprint. So whatever we cultivate in our lives and our mindset, that is what carries us through life. So be mindful of what you're cultivating and who you're cultivating it with. That's major. Those are major keys, and we have to understand that, understand that. We really, really do. So, just wanted to share that with you guys, to fight for your freedom. Freedom Friday, fight for your rights. It's your birthright. Fight for it, and never, ever give up, and never allow anyone to tell you to back down from that. You stay fighting. We need fight in us. We need grit and fight in us to be strong so that we can know who we are and how far we can go, and how strong we really are, and how much of a fighter we really are, right? Because how are you going to know if you're a fighter if you don't fight? And I'm not talking about physical fighting. I'm not talking about anything negative. I'm talking about fighting for what's yours. And it doesn't have to be a physical fight, But sometimes I feel like everything is a struggle. I love my green onions are just shooting out. I cook with them. Sorry, sidebar. I just glanced over there and saw my green onions. I clip them, right, my shears, right? I clip my green onions and I cut them up and put them in my foods. And then a couple of days later, they're shooting right back up. I love it. I love it. Love nature. Anyway, my herbs. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about food. I'm excited about life, but I'm really excited about food. Such a foodie. Anywho, I gotta run. It's about that time, and I came on. I was very prompt and on time. Got a drip of coffee on my watch, and so I would like to say, have a beautiful weekend, have a productive weekend. Continue to be a freedom fighter all through the weekend. I mean, we never ever stop being a freedom fighter. We fight. We fight for what's ours, right? And everybody's fight is different. Don't go fighting with people. We're fighting with ourselves because keep in mind, the bondage, the chains, we put that there. You can disagree with me all you want. You can agree with me too, but you can also disagree all you want. But when you're sitting in your quiet time, you think about who you gave control to, who did you give power to put you in mental bondage? Who? No one. You give no one power. You did that on your own. It's just a matter of us confronting the situation and admitting it. And the more we do that, then we start to see ourselves for who we start peeling, like a banana, peeling the layers off. That's when we start to see the real. Like I said in one chat, take all that fake grass off the lawn, and then you'll see the real soil. You'll see the dirt. You'll see what really matters. It's on the bottom. The top is looking pretty because you made it look that way. Pretending, covering up, acting like if. We're in a new phase in life where we're stripping all of that, right? And we're going for the more natural way of living, and which that means starting from within, because we are trees. And in order for us to have branches and new growth every season, we have to nourish ourselves from within, guys, right? Proper soil, lots of water, and lots of sun, right? What are we giving to ourselves? What are we honoring ourselves with in order for us to grow, in order to grow new fresh branches, right? In order to harvest fruit or vegetables? What are we nourishing ourselves with? So what are we giving people, right? What are we offering? Some of us are in business and we're telling them to, come buy from my business and shop with my company and come to my store and join my team. And what are you offering? What are you offering? Because people want something. We all need a crutch, right? We need to have each other, and because no man is an island, right? We need one person here and another person here, and we all go together because, we do it better together, right? So what are we offering? Because we have to be offering something. We can't always look to what we're going to get. We always go after what am I going to get from this? What you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me? What are you offering? So that's food for thought. That's conversation for you in the mirror with self-talk, to help you evolve and be better, be a better human being, be a better person. You definitely want to make sure that you take some time to do that, right? And that will put you one step closer to being a freedom fighter, okay? You go ahead and give it a try, give it a shot. And I thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate you guys. I am on point and on time today. So I had a super fantastic week. And that's because I make that happen. I put that out there. Exactly what I'm telling you guys is what I'm doing. And I'm seeing the results from it. It's making me a better person. And I don't have to pretend. I never did anyway. I was not good at pretending at all. You see right through me. I've always been such a transparent person that you see right through me, like, she pretending, she faking. Can't. Life is just too beautiful. And the purpose and the value. See, when you find and you see and find that, nothing else matters. Because you see that and your eye is on the pie. Is that what they say? Whatever. Your blinders are on. You're focused on the happiness that you see and you're pursuing it. And you don't care, like the book says, you're not looking for approval. You're speaking your mind. You're being yourself. You're doing as you feel without approval from anyone. Okay? So being unapologetic, right? I'm just saying, unapologetic. Did I say that right? Unapologetic. But anyway, peace and blessings. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you guys. Love and happiness. Have a beautiful weekend. And I'll see you guys on Monday for Backyard Morning Coffee Chat on Mondays. Blessings.